Welcome to LI on the Rise. It's all about people who are chasing their dreams. And today I'm with a hip hop artist. Please introduce yourself.
Hey, what's going on? I'm NoCares. I'm from Long Island, New York. Uh, Here to make myself known to y'all.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Doing pretty good, man. Thanks for asking yourself.
I'm doing great, thank you.
There is a certified gold producer named Boy50, and he has produced songs for Fora and Tory Lanez and Lil TJ. And I bring this up because he followed you on SoundCloud and he liked some of your music.
He did. It was
Dude,
a,
how did this happen?
so I messaged a lot of people to try and get my name out there, from Boy50 to promoting sounds, and they've always been like very big inspirations to me, like just from the way that they make their beats and everything like that. It always just spoke to me different. So I just continually branched out and sent emails and was talking to him, and then I finally looked on my phone one night and I see that he followed me and liked the tracks, and I was like, it was like a dream come true for me. I was just like so excited and so happy that it just changed everything for me a little bit.
That's crazy. That don't happen every day to everybody.
And
How much you think a beat is from Boy 50?
uh, I mean, if we're talking probably like mainstream type beat, I mean, considering what he'd done, maybe like 2,500. He'll probably cook up
Woo!
something like spicy. You know what I mean?
You got that on deck if you ever want to purchase a beat one day?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my boy's got bread.
Oh, we working out here, working and living.
Hell yeah. Let's dive into some of your tracks. So you have a song called Gone.
Yep.
And there's a line that stood out to me. You say, honestly, I'm taking all these pills. Honestly, I'm hoping to never wake up. I might kill myself, wash away the pain. I've been going fucking crazy, but it's a-okay.
That's it.
Dude, like, what's going on? Everything all right, dude?
Nah, I've been doing good. I was in a probably a very low spot when I was making that type of stuff, and you know what I mean. It's always a branch out of music for me. I feel like if you're in like such a bad spot, like the best thing for me to do, I guess, instead of doing anything else, is just getting on a track and speaking out how I feel sometimes. I think it's probably the best verdict, I guess, for me to do in sense of me just letting it all out in music.
If someone's tuned in who hasn't heard the EP, what's like the first song they should listen to like be really impressed by it and listen to the whole thing?
Irony, definitely. Irony featuring Willdoe is probably the top song on that album, on that EP for me. Um, no, it definitely struck out. I think that's one that caught Boy50's attention. To actually sit there and listen to the other ones, produced by him and everything like that. So definitely Irony.
I'll let you know this, man. When I was listening to your project, I was like very impressed by it.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? I could see I see a lot of passion, I see a lot of heart, I see a lot of hard work. It's like I like that in an artist, you know what I mean? And like it makes it enjoyable for me as a listener.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, so good shit on that. So speaking of the track with you and Will, what is it like you guys working together?
I love working with Will. Me and Will have always worked together since we're like little, working together, doing everything. It would just be me and Will recording in my garage, just making music, and it's been an experience. Me and Will have been up and down and all around, but we just keep it strong, I guess. You know what I mean? It's just always been me and Will.
When you guys are on a track together, is it like friendly competition or like who wants, you guys try and get the better verse or what
Yeah.
is it like collabing?
So it's definitely more of a collabed experience, I guess. We both help each other and branch off with each other, trying to make up new lines and stuff like that. And we always have some friendly competition in there. You know what I mean? Like who's doing the most or who's doing this and that. But no, like definitely a fun experience. Going with Will. And me being an audio engineer, recording for a lot of people, it's definitely like such a fun experience just to work with a bunch of different artists and work with Will and everything.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about that. Like, not only are you an artist, but you're also a producer. Like, you have a studio in New Jersey.
Yes.
So how did that come to be? What is it like being a producer and an artist and like working with other artists?
I mean, it's a lot of fun, definitely a lot of fun. So like, since I started, I guess I've been recording. So FGO is a team that I'm a part of, that we've been recording forever now. And So I started off doing that type of stuff, just recording, in my garage, going, basic stuff. And, the moment I realized is, so Slumpy BK is, that's like my brother. That's like Will to me also. Like, so we recorded a song called A. Um, and it was in my garage. I met him at the Amityville Music Hall, and I met him for the first time. He jumped on my back. We took a picture, and then he came to my house that night, and we recorded A. And the reason I like, I'm saying this is because that song ended up going on to like I Am Dante and getting reacted to stuff like that, and it started branching, and it's like, it was the first song I ever recorded that ended up having a music video to it and stuff like that. So it's like that inspired me to start working with all these other artists to start being like nothing into something. You know what I mean? So I went from being like, "Hey, what's going on? No cares, let's work together," to now we're working. It's been like 5 or 6 years straight of us just nonstop, still working, still cooking up, still doing everything that we're doing. It's just now I have a degree that says, you know what I mean, that I'm certified to do it.
You think people support each other out on Long Island?
To me, it's like I'm pretty much open to anybody. Like if anybody wants to come and record, if anybody needs help on a track, if anybody wants to just start up, you know what I mean? They come to me, I start helping them, you know what I mean? It's like, look, I don't I don't think I've ever charged anybody to use my studio. So it's like I have just I am that handout type of person. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I will help you out to get you as far as you possibly can with what I have to my ability. You know what I mean? And and that's why I said like nothing into something. Like I don't care if it's your first song. It's like anything's better than my first song nowadays if you're with me. You know what I mean? So it's like I literally take anybody and everything under my wing to try and get them, to do what they want to do.
Wow, I'm really surprised, man. Like I used to be a producer for a couple of years. Dude, it's a lot of work. Like you don't charge studio time.
No.
That's insane, dude. Dude, you could work hours on a song.
Yep, mixing, mastering, everything like that. Like, you know what I mean? I'll sit there for hours and flex pitch one song key by key just so it comes out how it should, you know what I mean?
What do you get out of it? Like producing other people, not even making a dollar? Like is it just for the love?
It literally is. If just say I have a person, you know what I mean, that comes in with nothing, and then all of a sudden, we record a song, shit's a hit, right? You know what I mean? They're always gonna remember where they recorded that song. They're gonna remember who helped them out, who mixed that song, who did all that stuff for them. And if there's whatever at the end of the day for it, then there's whatever at the day, But I'm not looking for that. Like, you know what I mean? Here's the thing: if my team goes, then we go. Like, you know what I mean? That's pretty much it. If one of us goes, we all go. Like, So I'm not really into it for the money and stuff right now. I'm just mainly into it to try and get out there and get known. It's like I'd rather have people know me than have $1 million, you know?
Okay, all right. That's kind of interesting. So would you rather be big as the producer or be big as the artist?
See, that's where it gets tied up. I feel like a lot of the times, and it's like I would love to be both. Like, you know what I mean? Like he could do, both. I mean, look, definitely, if I could be an artist, a mainstream artist, let's just say get there, and I'm performing on a big stage, like, yeah, I've always wanted that. Like, can I see myself doing that? Of course, like, you know what I mean? But if I'm in the background, then you're in the background. But it takes that person in the background to do all this work, so then you're in the spotlight. If you don't have that person in the background, you have nothing.
Let's jump into some more of the music. So you have a song. I is it titled Interlude or it is the
Yeah.
interlude?
So
Uh,
it's the interlude, but it's also titled interlude.
all right. In that song, you say in the song that someone broke up with you through text message.
Yes.
And yo, I hope everybody knows the rule that you do not text message a breakup. Like that is not
It's wrong.
like that really happened to you.
Yes.
You want to dive in a little bit on that?
Uh, well, I guess so. I mean, it was like a 5-year relationship, and then woke up one day pretty much to a text message, pretty much like just ending it all. And it just kind of set me off there, I guess. And it's just something like you never forget, like, you know what I mean? You feel like after a lot of time, people just, think that they would have respect for you, but it's whatever.
Yes, that's the whole principle behind it. And like I'm gonna put a big message out there for everybody tuned into this. It's like you break up. Okay, it's hard to break up with somebody. It's super hard. but you do it in person out of respect because it's kind of like doing it through a text. It's kind of like you're just whatever about it. It
Yeah,
didn't mean much, you know? I've had that happen to me. I was in seventh grade though, and I didn't even know what I was doing, but dude, it's unfortunately it's a relatable thing for some people.
it is. It
But
is.
I thought it was cool listening to that song because the whole time you're rapping and it sounds like you're talking to someone that basically broke up with you. So it's like that was kind of cool how it's like you were rapping, but it's like you were speaking to them,
Yeah.
you
Like I
know?
said, I like to keep everything real.
What got you in the networking mindset? Because I feel like so many artists are like, I'm gonna do it on my own, just me. I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna blow up on my own, me, 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 me. And you're like, yo, I'm gonna reach out to this person, that person, that person. I want to be known. I want people to know my name. I want people to know my music. And it's like a lot of people are just stay in that bubble. Like, what got you to that place?
So, if I'm gonna be honest, so there was an artist called Young King Dave who ended up passing away. Um, but Young King Dave was the guy who was famous for smoking big doinks in Amish. I don't know if you ever seen that meme or anything like that. Like, you know what I mean? He's smoking big doinks in Amish, and which well, I branched out to him a little bit right before he passed away, and I was talking to him, and it was just from me commenting and talking to him that all of a sudden, like we grew this little bit of a friendship, and you know I was supposed to get like a poster signed with him and his gang on there with everything, you know what I mean, all that type of stuff, and then he ended up unfortunately passing away, and then another person that I ended up branching out to, they're called Free Will. I don't know if you ever heard of Free Will, but Free Will Mage. Um, I met him at the Amityville Music Hall, and I just started to pursue him and talk to him and continue with that. And then now we have a friendship too. It's like they did a European tour. They're touring everywhere, and it's like I met this guy one night. So then it's like always in my head. I'm like, if I branch out and start talking to people, what more can I accomplish with that instead of being like, no, I could do this by myself. Like, I don't need to have a cocky attitude to be like, no, I don't need nobody's help. Like, no, you can always use help. Always ask people for help if you need it. You know what I mean? If it takes that one person, like I said, to be like, hey, come on board, hop on this song with me real quick. Fine, I'm hopping on it. I don't even know if I know who you are. Like, you know what I mean? If you want to work with me, I'm working with you. I don't care who you are. And that's what I like about it. That's that branch out, that consistently looking for new opportunity to work with somebody new and better both of us.
Dude, you are dropping gems, bro. And like I completely agree. And how come you think so many artists don't have that mindset?
'Cause a lot of people don't have that mindset. You know what I mean? They think that they're the best and they can do everything on their own. But a lot of people need to be humbled, I guess, to understand that type of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you really can. If like I said, if you didn't have that man in the background sitting there recording, working for 12 hours, busting his ass on a song for you, you ain't gonna have a song. You know what I mean? That's just an audio track. That's just and people are just like, oh, you know what I mean? I go to the studio, pay 70-90 dollars to record. You know what I mean? And it's done. You know what I mean? There's so much more that goes into that type of stuff, and people just kind of like, let me do this, get my money, and leave. Like, you know what I mean? It's like no one takes the appreciation.
When I was listening to your music, you have a song, I Am No Cares. And dude, you just spit so fast, man. And it's like people would like tuned into this who haven't heard your stuff, they probably wouldn't expect that. Like I was
Yeah.
really impressed by the music, especially that song. So like where does that style come from?
Okay, so like I've always loved like that boom bap type of style flow, like like it's a big I guess like thing with me was like Mac Miller and how he had like that kind of like bouncy flow to him and stuff like that. And then, you know, always that boom bappy style I've always liked. And then so that song was actually for a World Star competition when they were doing that like a while ago. And I sat there for like days and nights trying to figure out how I can make this sound, unlike anything that I've ever kind of made and stuff that other people are gonna be showing them type of deal, you know what I mean? So and it was just kind of like when Pop Smoke died, so like in the beginning of that song there's like a little kind of like a tribute to him. I guess that's what I was able to do. But no, I've always kind of liked that style, like Eminem, like, you know what I mean? Eminem always had like different vibes and different flows. Like I am a very diverse musician, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I have anything from like an EDM song, you know what I mean, to a country song, to, you know, boom bap, to you know, whatever we have now, melodic and stuff like that. So it's always, I've always liked like that fast type of stuff, like, you know, like Tech Nine, like, you know, and then Worldwide Choppers was like the biggest thing. Like I remember back in the day, I had to learn Worldwide Choppers to be part of like a Call of Duty clan, and they wouldn't let me in unless I knew the song. So I sat there and studied the song by Tech Nine, you know what I mean, so I could do it. And I guess that's where I found that love, I guess, for like that super fast type of like, you know, da 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 stuff, you know.
It's a cool style for me too, man. Like for me, if you are a rapper, you have to be able to spit fast.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I enjoy little Uzi stuff, but like you gotta spit fast for me to be like, okay, you are crowned a rapper.
yeah,
I feel like that's like you have to be able to do that. It is so hard to rap quick because it's just our we have to take a breath and it's like it's challenging. So it's like you got to prove to me that you can really spit that because I know it's not easy. For
yeah,
like most people who can rap, I know it will not be easy for them if they're not used to like spitting quick. Bro,
yeah,
you run out of breath like not you, but just people, you run out of breath really fucking quick.
yeah.
So it's like I don't know, that's like that's a box you got to check for me personally.
I do love that style of, like, you know, the flow that, you know, because it's like you kind of work on that, like, you know what I mean. You look at super fast songs and stuff like that, and you're trying to do it, and then the day that you realize that you can do it, you're like, damn, I can make my own thing like this. You know what I mean? So then you start putting the pieces together. You know?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way, bro. Tech Nine hit it up. It's like what the fuck? I didn't know a person could do this.
Yeah.
So yo, like you are probably like the one guest I had that kind of has a cooler background than I have. What's, what's
Thanks.
what's going on in the background over there?
We got Billy over here, and then we have Trippy over here.
Oh, that's the Trippy Red album
Yeah.
cover. Life's a Trip.
Yep.
Oh, and Billie Eilish. Oh
Yep.
fuck.
And then you know, I'm actually in Jersey right now at the moment, just because this is where my, you know, my computer and all my stuff is. But like back in New York, it's like I have you know, a hand painted Juice World photo that I had, you know, personally made for me, and a Peep photo next to each other. You know, I have like huge, you know, Juice banners in my room. Um, you know, what else do I have? In the other room, I have like X's 17 vinyl, like on the wall. Like I was waiting for it to release, and then, you know, like when they re-released it for like the last time, I sat in line and I waited for it, and it gave you like this special thanks, like with X's, like pictures and all that type of stuff in it, and like a signature on it, and you know, so it's like all those people and like everything that I kind of do is like, you know, at least on my walls or on my body, I guess.
Do those people inspire you, like Billy and Trippy and X and like?
Yeah, of course. Like, you know, like I have X and Peep on me. Like, you know what I mean? I
Oh,
have,
yo, close up, close up. Let's see that shit.
you know,
Dope. Bad vibes for X and love
yep.
for Peep.
So they've always kind of like been an inspiration to me. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, and then, you know, unfortunately, you know, they both pass away, and then, you know, you kind of like left with what you're gonna find now. You know what I mean? But no, they've always been a very big inspiration. Like, you ever feeling down, like, you know, that's why, like, when I was making Gone and all that type of stuff, like, you know, like that's probably, you know, a little bit after. Yeah, that's probably a little bit, you know, after 17 came out. But, you know, like 17, that album got me through like so much. Like, you know, my vinyl that I got from them like skips down from the amount that I've played it. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like super sick. It's like a smoky white and black color, like, you know what I mean? And the thing just sits there and it will just skip a little bit because the amount of how much I played those things, you know. And same thing with Peep. It's like, you know, if you're down or anything like that, I always threw on Peep, and like Peep always got me through everything, you know.
He's up here because he inspires me. So
Yeah.
all these artists do,
Yeah.
you know. So I'm glad you mentioned Pete, man. Yo, shout out to fucking Long Beach, Long Island, man.
Yeah,
And
shout
it
out.
and it sucks that like those artists are gone, X and Juice and Peep, because it's like we don't get to see them flourish. Like they were on the
Yeah.
rise, they were popping, but it's like think of Juice 5 years from now and Peep 5 years from now, and dude, X was like super like cult following, real deal
Yeah.
fans, like no bullshit, really had underground fans, like insane.
Yeah, 100, like from like Vice City, like, you know what I mean, when he was putting out stuff like that, it's like there was already like such a huge thing. And you know, I got to you know who Members Only is? I got to meet a person from Members Only at the Amityville Music Hall, and you know, I forgot who he was off the top of my head right now, but you know, like he was supposed to come in and record, but that was just for me, like I said, branching out, and like you know what I mean. He's like, "Oh, you like Members Only?" I'm like, "Of course, I love Members Only," you know. So then we hop in there, and then you know we start chatting it up and everything. He's like, "Oh, you got a studio?" He's like, "Let's go right now," and I'm like, "Well, it's not you know right here right now, but you know." So we're gonna tap in, but I guess he had to go back to wherever he was going, but but no, they've always it's always been like a very big thing for me with all of them.
We're gonna play a quick game.
Oof.
All right, so here's how the game works. So you're gonna take down one artist behind me, and you're gonna put up a new artist.
Okay.
So who are we taking down?
Mm, I'm not the biggest fan of Kanye.
Oh, you
I'm
gotta
not,
be careful saying that.
I know, and it's not nothing. Like, look, I do enjoy his music. I do enjoy you know everything, but I feel like there's a lot better people that can actually you know like Mac Miller should be up there if I was gonna change it. You know, something more
Bro,
unless
you wanna know what's funny? Wait, when I tilt it, Mac's right there.
oh there he is.
Yeah, but unfortunately he's
He's cut off.
off screen, but
But you
that,
know, no. So you know, either Mac or you know, if you have like X or you know, even Juice peeking out somewhere. But you know, those are my main, I guess, idols. You know, that's why I idolize them more than anything. You know what I mean? It's like I know probably like 1,000 unreleased Juice World songs. You know what I mean? Same with everything. You know what I mean? It's like
hell yeah.
I got that vault saved with just you know unreleased Juice World songs and like opens with Juice on it and stuff like that. Like you know what I mean? It's just the amount of like inspiration and crazy stuff that I've heard and seen and everything. Like you know, gratefully I got to you know watch him perform with Ski Master Slump God, and it was probably like one of the craziest you know shows I went to with like the visuals and all that type of stuff. It was just like a very phenomenal show that I like will never forget.
Is there like a certain memory from that show where it was like, yo, that was fucking sick, or it was just the whole thing?
So on the cover to Death Race is Love, right? That he has his cars on there, and they had the cars on the stage. So like they had the one with the machine gun, they had the you know the lean ice cream truck type of deal, and it was just like the craziest shit. I'm like, yo, they got the trucks on this stage? Like, what do you mean? And the baby opened for them when like he was kind of like coming up, or like nothing really, and he was it was the baby and Stunner for Vegas, and you know, it was just a phenomenal, great show all around. Like, you know what I mean? And then, you know, Ski and Juice did their freestyle back and forth and everything. And you know, it was Allie's birthday. So like they came out and did all that type of shit. You know what I mean? It was just a great show.
That sounds lit, man. It sounds like you got your money's worth and a little
Yeah,
bit more.
definitely, definitely.
That's fire, man. So yo, the last thing I want to find out, your Instagram and like your social media presence, like I mean you know, you obviously you got music on SoundCloud and shit, but like when I'm looking at your Instagram, like there's not that many photos, and I was stalking you heavy, man. I had the post notifications on. You barely post any stories or anything. So it's like for people tuned in right now that like wanna get to know you like a little bit more than what we already discussed, is like there anything you want like your supporters and the listeners of your music to know a little bit more about you that they couldn't figure out?
I mean, I'm kind of like a very, I guess, like secluded person. Like I'm not very secluded. Like you know what I mean? I got plenty of friends. I do plenty of stuff. It's just like I hate social media. I just think like you know what I mean. I love it. It's a great thing. It's a great tool for connecting and all that type of stuff. I just you know me personally, it's like me trying to find you know something to post and doing stuff like that. It's like I don't really do that all the time. You know what I mean? And it's like I try to like you know what I mean. I was kind of off Instagram for maybe like a year or so. You know what I mean? I just kind of like didn't even open the app. I just let it sit there. You know, and then nowadays it's kind of all social media. Like you need to be in there to do what you possibly can, you know what I mean, to get in there. But I mean, just working, you know, in like with like Jules Walcott, like you know what I mean, I took you know time out you know of everything just to text her type of deal. And, you know, we were able to link up and you know make music from there and do everything like that, you know. So it's a great tool. It's just I don't really use it that much in the sense of posting. You know what I mean? It's like I definitely should, and I shouldn't, start putting out more stuff. But I'm very just no cares.
No cares who doesn't care about social media.
Yep.
Yo, I completely understand, man. Like sometimes like social media is not for everyone, but for artists or like anyone trying to get yourself out there, unfortunately, we all got to be on it now. This is I call it the social media world.
Yep.
Where in the social media world, everyone's looking at their phones more than they're looking at anything else. It's just crazy now, but
And people get lost in that though sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like that's what happens. People get lost in the sense of social media and they need to be, that type of stuff. But me, I don't feel like that. Like, you know what I mean? I let kind of like my music speak for itself. And if somehow you get upon it and you stumble upon it and you're like, damn, like I've never heard of this person, and you go look and then it's like he's kind of not known for nothing. Like, you know what I mean? He's just sitting in his own little seclusion of this, in my sense, making great music. You know what I mean?
yeah, man, and it's like, yo, like have the great music that you have, network with the right people, you know what I mean? Something will happen. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
it's more about building relationships than like trying to get poppin' and blow up and all these followers. Like the followers are looking at your stuff, but like how are they gonna help you get to the next level? You
Yeah,
know, like that's what
exactly.
we all want. So you're doing the right thing, bro. Use it as a fucking tool, man. It will help.
Thank you.
But I appreciate you coming on here and taking the time.
I appreciate you for letting me on.
Yeah, of course, dude. It was definitely an interesting conversation. And let everyone know where they can check out the music and give you a follow.
What's up, guys? You can check me out at NoCares on pretty much all platforms. And just check out my music. I got some more stuff coming on the way. I got a lot of stuff getting onto Apple Music and Spotify and all that type of stuff. So if you're looking for me on there, it's gonna be coming soon. Um, a lot of my stuff is mainly on YouTube and SoundCloud. So you guys can hop over there at No Cares.
Appreciate you coming out and doing this, dude.
It means a lot. Thank you.